A weak man can't lead, and weak legs give you away. She doesn't just see how you talk, she sees how you walk. Your legs carry more than your weight. They carry your presence. And the hard truth is the legs fade first. Most older men don't notice until it's too late. Slower steps, shaky posture, less power in every move. But here guide the Stoic. We don't accept decline, we fight it. So if you're a man in your 50s, 60s, or even 70s, and you still want to command the room, impress her with your strength, and move with quiet power, then this video is for you. I'm going to show you 3 powerful foods that keep your legs strong, your balance sharp, and your masculine energy alive. Because real attraction starts from the ground up. Let's get into it. Most men underestimate the power of a hug. To them, it's just a physical gesture, a simple formality, or something that just happens. But to a woman, especially one who's emotionally in tune, it's a moment of deep psychological connection. And this is where most men miss the mark. They either freeze up and become robotic, treating it like an awkward obligation, or they overdo it, holding on too long, gripping too tight, or becoming too emotionally needy in the moment. Both of these reactions create the same impression in her mind. He's not grounded, he's not comfortable in his own skin, and he doesn't know how to handle feminine energy calmly. What's worse, most men make the hug about themselves. They look for validation in that moment. Did she hug me tighter? Did she want it? Does this mean she likes me? And that internal chatter ruins the one thing that really matters: presence. Stoic men do something entirely different. They remain still. They don't lean in nervously or question the moment. They simply receive the hug with awareness, not attachment. Their body is grounded, their breath is calm, and they let the woman feel their emotional stability, not their desperation for connection. A hug is not about the arms, it's about the energy. It's a window into how a man feels about himself, and women can sense it instantly. So the next time you hug her, don't just think about it as a move. You're transmitting your masculine essence in that split-second exchange. Stay calm, stay still, let her feel you. When you hug a woman, the energy you bring into that moment speaks louder than any words you could ever say. And one of the most powerful things you can offer her is something she rarely gets in this world: controlled presence. Controlled presence means you're fully in the moment, but not overwhelmed by it. You're not distracted. You're not overly eager. You're just calm, grounded, and aware. And that stillness, that subtle confidence, it communicates volumes. Most men either overthink the hug or underplay it. They're either too stiff, like they don't care, or too loose, like they're desperate for her touch. Stoic men find the balance. When you hug her, you're still, you're solid, they're not chasing the moment, but owning it. That's power. A Stoic man breathes slowly and lets his body stay relaxed. He doesn't fidget or twitch. He doesn't smile nervously or rush to break the hug. He's centered, grounded, and women feel that. In fact, they crave that. Here's what most men forget. Women are emotional creatures. They tune into energy, and when you hug them with presence, you give them an experience that stands out in their memory. While every other guy felt nervous or awkward, you felt like peace, like leadership, like safety. and she will remember that. Controlled presence is attractive because it shows that you're not emotionally reactive. You're not seeking anything from her, you're simply offering your energy, not in a needy way, but in a calm, confident, and composed way. So the next time you hug her, slow down, be still, breathe deeply, let her feel the difference, because when a woman hugs a stoic man, she doesn't forget it. She feels it in her body, in her heart, and in her mind. Timing is everything in attraction. And when it comes to hugging a woman, the way you and the hug matters just as much, if not more, than how you begin it. That's where the 1.5-second rule comes into play. Here's the secret. After the hug naturally reaches its end, most men immediately pull away. They break contact too soon. It's like they're afraid to linger, as if staying even 1 second longer will make things awkward or expose their emotions. But stoic men, they do the opposite. They hold the hug for just 1.5 seconds longer than what feels standard. That tiny delay is not accidental, it's calculated. It signals confidence, comfort, and emotional maturity. It tells her, I'm not in a rush to disconnect from you. That 1.5 second pause is subtle. It's not a tight grip. It's not an aggressive move. It's just a moment of pause where your presence speaks louder than anything else. It says, you're safe here. I'm not afraid of intimacy. And I don't need to run. Women notice this. And more importantly, they feel it. That moment becomes a psychological imprint, while other men seem eager to let go, as if contact with her is a rare privilege. You own the space. You lead the emotional rhythm. That's what makes you memorable. This rule doesn't just apply to hugs, it applies to every moment of connection. The man who doesn't rush, the man who controls the pace, the man who's not afraid to linger just a little longer, that's the man who stays on her mind. So try it. Next time she hugs you, don't let go instantly. Breathe, stay grounded, and hold for just 1.5 seconds longer than she expects. That's how you leave a lasting impression without saying a word. When a woman hugs you, your hands become silent messengers. They tell her how safe, confident, and grounded you are without saying a word. And yet, this is where most men either overdo it or fall completely flat. Here's what you don't want to do. Don't slap her back like you're hugging a body. Don't give her a limp one-arm side hug. And don't let your hands wander or hesitate, making her feel like you're unsure or overly excited. These moves kill the moment and show that you lack control. Instead, be intentional. If she initiates the hug or you're closing the distance, place one hand gently, but firmly on her mid-back or lower back. This is the protective zone, not too high to feel impersonal, and not too low to feel inappropriate. Your other arm should wrap naturally, forming a stable and balanced embrace. The key is pressure and position. Your touch should be firm but calm, not aggressive, not overly soft. You're not clinging to her. You're containing her energy. You're showing her through your body that she's safe in your arms and that you're in control of yourself. Remember, masculine energy leads, feminine energy responds. When your hands are placed with strength, intention, and calm presence, she can fully relax into the moment, and that's when you really connect. Your hands tell her whether you're confident or nervous, whether you're leading or hesitating. And in that split second, she feels the difference between a boy pretending to be strong and a man who is actually strong. So the next time you hug her, don't leave your hands confused. Use them to send one clear message. You're in the presence of a man who knows exactly who he is and exactly what he's doing. The hug may end, but the moment doesn't. What happens immediately after the hug is where many men lose their power, and it often comes down to one simple detail: eye contact. Most men either avoid it or ruin it. They pull away and instantly look down, to the side, or nervously start talking. This shatters the connection and sends a subconscious message: I can't handle intimacy. It's as if the hug was too much for them to emotionally hold, and that makes her feel like she can't fully trust you. But a stoic man, he knows better. When the hug ends, he maintains eye contact, not in a creepy or forceful way, but in a calm, relaxed, and grounded way. Just a few seconds of solid eye contact communicates everything she needs to feel. I'm here, I'm not shaken, and I see you. Pair this with a slight smile, or better yet, a soft smirk. That subtle facial expression adds a layer of confidence and intrigue. It says, I know what this moment meant. I'm not overwhelmed by it. But I'm not ignoring it either. It's during those 2 to 3 seconds of post-hug eye contact that real psychological impact is made. It's where the memory sticks. She doesn't remember the words you said or how tightly you held her. She remembers how she felt under your gaze, right after she was in your arms. Don't rush to speak. Don't joke nervously. Don't kill the moment. Just hold the silence. Let her process it. Let her wonder what you're thinking. That mystery keeps her emotionally engaged. Remember, masculine energy holds the moment. Feminine energy flows into it. So after the hug, hold it. Don't run. That's what makes you unforgettable. After a hug, many men feel the urge to fill the silence. They laugh nervously, crack a joke, or instantly change the subject, almost like they're trying to distract themselves from how intimate the moment just was. But here's the truth. Words often weaken what your energy already said perfectly. When you say too much after a hug, you disrupt the emotional impact. You shift from being a grounded, powerful presence to just another guy who can't sit with emotion. Women pick up on this instantly. They may smile, but inside, they feel the energy drop. Stoic men follow her. Different code. Say less, mean more. After a powerful hug, your silence becomes your strength. Let her feel the afterglow of the moment without needing to explain it, joke about it, or make it normal. What you're really doing is letting her soak in your energy, your nonverbal communication, the way you breathe during the hug, the strength of your hands, the length of the moment has already spoken. If you then try to talk it away, you're undoing all of that. Instead, let the moment breathe. Maybe you give her a slight smirk, maybe a calm, low-toned hey, or you good. That's all it takes. The more stillness you can comfortably hold, the more powerful you become in her mind. Why? Because stillness is rare, and women remember what's rare. Most guys try to impress. Stoic men express less, but they make every gesture matter. So remember, you don't need words to leave an impression. You need energy. You need control. You need presence. And silence, when used correctly, is your greatest amplifier. Speak through your energy, not your mouth. That's how you stay on her mind long after she walks away. Here's something most men don't realize. When you hug a woman, you're not just touching her body, you're imprinting on her nervous system. That may sound dramatic, but it's backed by psychology. Women are biologically wired to remember emotional experiences, especially ones that involve physical closeness and safety. When a man hugs her with presence, strength, and calm confidence, her brain doesn't just record the moment, it stores it as an emotional memory. Here's why. The female brain is designed to scan for emotional cues. It pays close attention to energy, tone, and body language. During a hug, oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone, is released, especially in women. This hormone makes her feel connected and safe, but only if she's receiving the right kind of masculine energy. If you're anxious or overly eager, she feels tension instead of trust. If you're cold or distant, she feels neglected. But if you're calm, grounded, and fully present, her brain links that moment with safety, attraction, and desire. And this imprint can last far beyond the hug. Days later, she might think of you randomly, not because of your looks or your words, but because her body remembers how it felt in your presence. That's what separates forgettable men from unforgettable ones. You don't have to say anything clever. You don't have to flex or flirt. You just have to be fully there, present, composed, and grounded in your masculine energy. Because to the female brain, it's not about the hug, it's about the emotional impact hidden inside it. Be the man who leaves her mark not on her skin, but on her soul. When she initiates the hug, the rules change slightly, but the opportunity becomes even more powerful. Why? Because when a woman chooses to close the distance, she's signaling trust. She's opening herself to connection. But how you respond in that moment determines whether you remain unforgettable or just another guy in her memory. Most men get excited, even surprised, when she hugs them first. They lean into quickly, hug too tight, or try to say something clever to capitalize on the moment. But a stoic man, he doesn't react. He receives calmly, confidently, like he expected it. Let her lead with the initiation, but you lead the energy. Wrap her in a composed, secure embrace. Let her feel your stillness, your power, your control, not in a forceful way, but in a deeply masculine way. Then use everything we've covered, the firm yet protective hand placamente, slow breathy, 1.5-second pause before relaxing, quiet, meaningful eye contact after warden. Most importantly, your silence. See, this is your moment to leave a mark, to imprint your masculine presence into her memory. Because here's the truth. A woman doesn't remember every hug she gives, but she never forgets the one where she felt fully seen, fully safe, and deeply feminine in the arms of a grounded man. And that's exactly what we teach here on Guide the Stoic. If you found power in this video, don't just like it, live it. Subscribe for more deep psychological insights on attraction, masculine energy, and mastering the silent moments most men overlook. Because here, Guide the Stoic, we don't just talk and we embody it. Until next time, stay grounded, stay calm, and let your energy speak.